Hi everyone, my name is Claire and I'm with Clutch Studios. I manage the parts retail program, and today I'm going to be showing you how to customize a mailer. The mailer customization window is typically live for about 2 weeks, usually about 1.5 months before the start of the quarter, so that gives us enough time to get all your orders submitted and printed and sent out before the start of the quarter. So right now is the mailer customization period for Q3, so I'm going to be using Q3 2023 materials, but this process does apply every quarter, and you're going to find these mailers in the same spot pretty much every quarter. So right now on your home screen you'll see the SMRC. To find the mailer templates on the SMRC, which you're going to be customizing, you're going to scroll down to the Parts Retail Program widget here, this box here. And so you can either click this link here to find all of the mailer templates. Just keep in mind to select the one that's correct for your country. So there's a US one and a Canada one, and then we also have Canada French, US Spanish, and then we also have a bus one in English and a bus one in Spanish. So you can click there, or you can click the icon for the Parts Retail Program, US or Canada here. So I'm going to click this icon with the US flag on it. And I'm going to go and find the upcoming quarter, so that's Q3, but again, this process applies to any quarter, so just make sure you're selecting the correct kit. So I'm going to click on the English Q3 kit here, and it brings me to the Asset tab, and to see the templates, I'm going to click on Template. There's 12 of them, and here they all are, and there's a second page here. So for the mailers, you might see this promo flyer template, so that is not the correct template. That flyer is intended to be customized with parts and printed on your own. It's just 8.5 by 11, standard size. But if you would like to submit a mailer order through us, for us to print, you're gonna go find the mailer templates. So go to page 2 here, and this is a glitch, just click cancel on this box, and then you're gonna see these mailer templates. So right here, I'm going to start customizing this English one here. So just go ahead and click on it. And you can rename it if you want. You could put in today's date or, maybe your dealership name, up to you. Click start. And now it's going to load, which does take a second. Okay, so it's redirecting. And here we have our Q3 mailer. So we're on the first page right now. You can zoom in a little bit by clicking and dragging this dot on the bar in the top left. And when you're zoomed in, if you click and hold your space bar, you can then click and drag and move around the template to see it a little better. So on the first page here, we have our top 2 ads. And then we have our bottom ad, which is the themed image and messaging. And then in the middle, we have all of your dealer addresses. So these should autofill in based on your user account. If they don't, or if they're incorrect, please let me know and I can get that fixed. But they should autofill in, as well as your logo here. If you want to adjust any of this manually, you can do that as well. So to do that, you're going to hover with your mouse until you see these blue boxes here. And when you see the blue box, go ahead and click. And then you can adjust that text here, so you can put in your own text. And once your text is in, click Save. And now I'll edit my address here, so I'll click when I see that blue box. And the address fields are broken up into different sections. Just for consistency. So on this drop down, select a field to update, just select the first one and click Edit Fields, and it'll bring you to that field. And then you can adjust this first line here. And you can click the Save button if you're good, but you could also click the Next button. and it's going to prompt you to save, and then it's automatically just going to move you to the next section of that address. So it'll move me to the city field there. Click next, it'll move me to the state. And you would just keep going through that field like that to adjust all of those fields. So the next one would be zip code and then phone number, and then you would be done with that. And I want to edit my logo now. So I'm just going to X out of this text editing field in the top right. And for the logo, again, it should autofill in, but if it's not there, I can get that added in, or you can upload one from your computer or select one from the SMRC. So if you hover over this area here, you'll see a blue box with an X through it. Go ahead and click. And the X is how you know it's an image field. And so here we have the upload from computer button, or this little image icon. That means you can search the SMRC and find your dealership logo and select it that way. So I'll do that. Go ahead and click, and it brings me to this new box. And to find your dealership logo, you're going to open up your filters on the left-hand side here by clicking this arrow in the top left, and click dealer logo under image type. So we're going to click that filter, and then you can see all of the dealer logos in the system. So now you can use the full text search bar in the top right and search by your 6-digit dealership code to find your logo, or you can just click through these pages and find it that way manually. And to select a logo, you'll just click the radio dial button in the top left. So I'll just select this Rush one as an example. And now it's going to fill in. So you can move it around this box here. Just make sure not to make it bigger than that blue boundary line, otherwise it'll get cut off. But you can move it around a bit, resize it, and then once you're done, you can click Save. And now I have my logo in there. So that's pretty much all you need to do on the first page. To customize your parts, you're going to go to the second page now. So in the top right, click the Next Page button. And here are all of your parts. So the parts that show up here are the 18 default parts that are on special for the quarter. So these are just the default parts that will show up no matter what. And then we have this add here. And so with these parts, you are welcome to switch out all of these parts on this page, just some of these parts, or even none of these parts. So just it's up to you what you want to do, what you want to promote at your dealership. Some dealers, just want to get rid of some stuff that they have had in stock for a while, so you can do that too. You can switch out most of these parts with pretty much any other part. So I'm going to show you that now. So let me zoom in a little here, go to the top. And so you see these first three parts, and it has an orange box around the pricing. So that means these three parts are the national specials for the quarter. So these are for Q3. And so that basically means that when you go in to switch out these three part slots, you can only choose from these three categories. So for Q3, it's Bendix air dryers, Fleet-Rite safety, and the Cummins water pumps. So with my mouse, when I hover over these parts, if I hover over each section, I'm going to see a lot of blue boxes. And so we don't recommend customizing these mailers that way, but when you hover over the blank area to the left of the text, you'll see this purple box. And so when you see that, go ahead and click. And so now you can choose from those three categories I mentioned and switch out multiple pieces of information all at once. So it's going to be image, manufacturer logo, part number, part name, and description, as well as pricing that might be in the system. And so if you see the search filter at the top here, you click that drop down where it says Fleet-Rite safety equipment. You can now choose between Bendix air dryers, Cummins water pumps, or Fleet-Rite safety. So maybe I want to put a Bendix air dryer there first. And so now once I've filtered, I can now search by the exact part number. If I have a Bendix air dryer part number, I can put that in the full text search, or I can just scroll through here and select an air dryer image that I like. And if you hover over each part, there will be a description that you can see. So some of them are more detailed than others, kind of depends. But I'll go ahead and select this air dryer here. And it's going to fill in that part number, pricing, logo, description, etc. And if I take a look at that, it looks like there is no pricing in the system associated, and that's because nothing shows up in this pricing box. So once you've selected a part this way, you can always change the pricing, even if pricing did show up there. So no matter what, you can change the pricing to fit your dealership needs. You can also always change the description, so you can change that up however you like. So to adjust the pricing here, I'll hover over this pricing area. When I see that blue box, I click, and now I can enter in my pricing. So you could do something like $50 each. You could also do, 50% off, up to $5 off, however you want to phrase it. So once I have my pricing in there, if I want to adjust my description now, I could either click save and then click on the description box, but it goes a little quicker if you just click on the description box now down here. It'll prompt you to save, and now it's going to automatically move you to that description box. So I could add on a bit or totally change this. And click save. All right, X out of here. And now I have that part in there, that very first part here. So that process is the same for these first 3 parts. But for the rest of the 15 parts here on this page, you can choose from any part in the system. So you are not restricted to these manufacturers and part categories. So for the next one, which I will show you, so this Fleetrite air dryer I want to change out. And so I'll hover till I see that purple box, click. And so now I could either search the system using an exact part number, put it into the full text search. We have quite a lot of parts in the system. Another way you can search is by using the filters. So if you click this arrow in the top left, you have a list of manufacturers. So if you click on any of these, you can narrow down your search by that manufacturer. And if you keep scrolling to the bottom, after the manufacturers, you'll see the categories. So that's the type of part. So air dryer, air spring, batteries, whatever. You can also narrow down your search by that. So I'm just going to go ahead and click Bendix here. So now I'm seeing all Bendix parts. And if I open up those filters again, I can narrow down my search again by air dryers. Or maybe actually I'll do rotors here, just different category. So now I see rotors, and I can hover over them to see that description. Or again, I can search by a part number. But I'm just going to select a random part here. And so now it's going to fill in all that info. And so as you can see, it did fill in this pricing $10 off, so you could keep it like that, or you can change it. So maybe I want to change that. I'll click right on there on that $10 off, and I'm just going to change that to what I would like to promote, $20 off. And then I can adjust the description as well. Save that out. Great. So basically you would just go through all of these parts, switching them out like so. And so this template does save automatically as you go through it. If at any point you would like to see a PDF preview of what you have so far, or maybe when you're done, you can do that from this page. If you click this Adobe Acrobat icon in the top left here, right under the name, that is going to download a PDF copy of this mailer as it is when you click that button. And here it is, and now I can view it in my browser. And this is what it looks like. Okay, and so the next step of mailer customization, so you're doing this in order to submit an order. So the next part is submitting your order information. So what you're going to do now is click on My Templates at the top of the SMRC here. And you're going to go and find that template that you just started. So right here, here's my mailer. And if you don't see it at the top, it should be, you know, maybe sorted differently then, if that's the case. So you would click Sort By, and then just go to Creation Date Descending, and click Sort, and then that should fix it. So I'll click right on this mailer here, and you see it says Ongoing. And so what you're going to do next is click Edit in the top left, and you're going to enter in your production form information. So this is just letting me know how many you want and where they're going to be going to. So dealership name, email, phone number, and then shipping address. So for shipping address, you have a few options here. So if you're ordering mailers in bulk, which means you're getting a certain amount of them to one or more dealerships, you want to put those addresses in here. So the full address for all of the locations that you're getting them in bulk to. And then once the address is in there, so maybe for this address, you could put in amount 100. And if there was another address or another dealership location, you could put in amount, maybe you're getting 200 there, so something like that. And so delivery address can be blank as long as it's in the shipping address box. But below that, the direct mail customer numbers. So this is the number you would input if you're getting them sent out directly. So you would do that if you are sending me a customer list. Typically that's a list of customer addresses in an Excel file or in a CSV format. So however many are on that list, you know, maybe it's 500, you would put that number here. And then bulk volume, if you're also doing that, so either or, you can do both or one or the other. That would be the total amount in bulk. So as it is now here on the screen, that would be 300. And so with the direct mail, if you're getting these mailers sent directly to customers, you know, to their mailbox, we need that customer list. And to get that to me, you can either email it to me, or you can upload it actually as an attachment right on this screen. So where it says attachments here, kind of near the top, you're going to click create a new element and then upload, and then choose that file from your computer. Click a random one. And so that's going to go ahead and upload. And like I said, it would be an Excel file or a CSV ideally. And so now that's uploaded, click Save, and I'm going to X out of this box here. And so now I see this kind of dotted line here, so I know that attachment is uploaded, and all my production information is in here. And if there was any other information I wanted to submit with this order, you could put it in right here. So once you're done with all this, you're going to click Proceed. And now your production form has been submitted, And so the final step now is to finalize all of this. So it's going to finalize and lock down your mailer template. So that means no more changes can be made to it. And it's going to lock down your production form info, no more changes. And it also lets me know on my end that your order is complete, you're submitting it, and I'm going to get it submitted for print. So to finalize your mailer now, you're going to click this blue process tab in the top right and click this finalize button. And it asks, have you completed the production form data? Yes, you have, so click OK. And so now this blue ongoing tab has changed to a green finalize tab. And so that is the whole mailer process. That is how you submit a mailer through the SMRC. And so right now for Q3, once again, the customization window is live from now, May 8th through May 19th. And it's typically 2 weeks, about 1.5 months before the start of the quarter. I do send out an email letting you know that it's live. And so that went out this morning. And so if you have any questions, feel free to contact us or me about this. If you go up to the help page here on the SMRC, we have our contact information here. So you can give us a call or you can email us at smrc@clutchstudios.com. So if you have any questions about the process or about the program, feel free to contact us. And then we also have some help documents. We do have a couple about templates, which may help you as well. And then this video is also going to live on the SMRC YouTube channel, and you can see those videos by clicking this link here.